Aloha everyone, Stephanie Dutcher here bringing you everything that's happening on Maui. So I have some news to share. On Monday, June 9th, the council members got together. They had a meeting. We only found out about this meeting last week. Bunch of people showed up to testify. The first hour of that meeting was the mayor and his team giving a presentation on why they were in favor of the bill passing. And then from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., they heard from 60 different people giving public testimony of 180 people that signed up. Because they didn't get through everyone's testimony, they stopped the meeting at 4:30 and they are going to reconvene on Wednesday, June 18th to hear the remaining testimonies. This is assuming those people show up and they will give testimony. They also mentioned that more people can sign up to give testimony as well. They're not really shutting that down. So until all the testimonies are heard, no decisions are going to be made, which means that that June 18th timeline and deadline is definitely not going to be hit, which is not surprising. It's frustrating, but it's not surprising. So with the testimonies that were given, we found that people were in two different camps. First group was loud. They were emotional. They were rooted in moral outrage. They used rhetoric as their main kind of launch pad for all of their arguments. Group two, who was in opposition of the bill, was calm, collected, grounded, using data, legality, logic, and economic impact as their main argument points. Now, the two groups come from two very different worlds. They have two very different views. One group has what the other group wants, but can't have at this moment in time. And so thus, it continues to devolve. And as you can see, those who have versus those who do not have, it is quickly devolved into a radically charged standoff with the mayor at the helm. So the mayor, I really hold accountable for a lot of things that are happening on island, especially with the huge and big gaping divide that we find out here on Maui. There is a lot of hatred with vacation rental owners, and it is continued to be led and exemplified with the mayor and all the things that he says and all the things that he's doing in order to get this bill passed. And it is disgusting, and I stand behind that. So the takeaway from this meeting and what has come from this meeting, I'm going to kind of switch gears a little bit. I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole that I that I just kind of opened up there. But one of the major takeaways is that the mayor's administration, number one, is fully backing the bill, even if that means the loss of $40 to $75 million in tax revenue. And their belief is that the island will somehow be better off despite the inevitable fallout of thousands of homeowners, residences, and small business owners. The impact economically is going to be stark, and it will be startling. Yet the mayor and his team says it's no problem, small potatoes. So the waiting game continues. We have no conclusion to the Minatoya Bill. We are not quite sure what's going to happen with it. Again, June 18th was supposed to be the date they make a decision by, but June 18th is just another day for giving public testimony. And if they don't get through it, better believe they're going to schedule yet another meeting to continue hearing until no more testimonies are given. So it's frustrating because we thought, well, maybe, just maybe, we might get to the end of the road, but we're definitely not there. Now, with regards to real estate and how this is affecting the real estate market is that, again, I've said this for months now, that uncertainty remains in our market. And as a result of that uncertainty, people are not buying, period. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of spurts of activity followed by weeks of nothingness. No calls, no showings, no inquiries, nothing. It's just a really, really weird market that we have going on right now. Now, the silver lining is that for you buyers is that it still continues to be a really strong buyer's market. Like, this is a time for you to get the best deal. Have we hit the bottom? Who knows? But what I can tell you is that there's a lot of sellers out there who are really desperate to get their property sold. People who are trying to sell right now, in general, they just need to sell. There are a lot of people out there, though, who are just tired of Maui and just trying to get rid of their property, but they're not quite coming down on the prices just yet. But there are a lot out there that really do need to sell. So for you buyers, like, this is your opportunity. Your time has come. For you sellers, if you don't need to sell, I wouldn't. And I've continued to say that. And I'm in real estate, right? I make money when I sell your property. But right now, I'm telling you, the market is flooded and the buyers, they're just not there. So I'm just trying to give it to you straight. If you don't need to sell, don't sell. Just hold tight. We don't know for how much longer, but for those of you who do need to sell, you just got to have your expectations in check. Expectations on price and expectations on timeline. The price, especially for condos specifically, is likely going to be lower than what you expect, and you're probably going to get offers that are lower than what we're even listed at. That's almost a guarantee. Timeline wise, I'm seeing things take anywhere from 6 to 8 months to get sold, even if they're priced decently. If you're priced really, really low, like really low, in general, that'll move within the first month. But it's just really hard to say. So wherever you're at in the market, if you're feeling a little stuck when it comes to Maui real estate, what do you do? Getting in a little analysis paralysis, give me a call. I've included a link down below. We can schedule a 30-minute consultation, talk through your options. I'm happy to be a sounding board for you. And then obviously I want to work with you as well. I want to figure out how can we make this a situation where you're winning all around, period. So give me a call. Don't be a stranger. Sorry, I don't have better news to share. And if I'm coming across as feeling like a little down and depressed, just know I'm just a little frustrated right now. That's all. I'm just wanting to give you guys all the information I have. I've also included a link. I forgot to say this. I've included a link to the meeting that happened on June 9th. So if you missed it, you can literally click on the link. You can watch that first hour, which the mayor is talking through everything. And you can also listen through a number of the testimonies and hear for yourself what's being said, if you have the stomach for it. So anyway, Stephanie Dutcher, your resource for everything related to Maui real estate. Don't be a stranger. I'd love to hear from you. And obviously, I want to work with you. I'll talk to you next month. Aloha.